So, welcome back to Cat Chat. And one of the things that happens as a cat cuddler here, I often fall in love with kitties, but I've only ever been a one-cat household. But I know lots of people anticipate adding a new cat to their home. So how do we successfully go about adding a cat where there is already a resident cat?
One of the big mistakes that we find with people is that they will bring home their cat, plop it in the middle of the room, and just let the cats meet and think they'll figure it out, which typically does not work and is why we get a lot of calls in. So just as far as bringing the cat home, you want to have the cat in the carrier, preferably have the established cat closed off somewhere where they cannot even see the new cat coming in. Take the new cat in the carrier, take it to the base camp like we said before, and just leave the new cat in the base camp, keeping them completely separate. At least initially.
So no introductions initially.
Right.
Okay. And believe me, we do know that there are families out there that have done this always and have been lucky enough consistently to have success with that. But we promise you that many, many, many more times than not, there's fighting, there are attacks taking place, and what you run the risk of when that happens is an immediate negative association between the two cats. And that can be really, really drastically upsetting for future re-establishment of a positive association between the two
So our
cats.
goal of bringing a new buddy home for our cat can be destroyed basically through that lack of proper introduction.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the reason why we suggest this completely separate approach where they don't even see each other is because I like to talk about this through the phrasing of one sensory modality at a time is how they should get to know another cat in the home. Give them credit for their senses. They're incredibly strong. They're going to hear each other. They're going to hear the meows, they're going to hear the scratching at the door. Then they're going to smell each other. When you go in and out to have time with that newcomer, you're going to be completely covered with that newcomer's scent, and vice versa, the kitty coming into the home is going to be smelling the resident that's already established. So before they see each other, that should be the last sensory modality that is approached. They need to be comfortable and not have hostile body language, hissing at the door, staring at the door, growling when they just smell and hear the other kitty. So cats are really territorial, they're really sensitive to change, and this is going to set you up for success and you move at their pace.
So our desire to bring home a new buddy really is going to take a while for our resident cat or established cat to decide, yes, he or she does want a new buddy.
And it could be either. It could be that you go on the timeline of the kitty that's having the harder time with the transition. If your resident already established is like, ooh, who's here? But the newcomer's really freaked out, you move at that cat's pace. If the new cat wants to be coming out, but your resident cat is already unsure, you move at that cat's pace. So.
Great.
And we plan on talking more in a future cat chat about how to introduce the new cat to the resident cat in more detail because we could go on and on and on.
So everybody ends up with happy new beginnings.
Oh, yes.
Great. Thank you, ladies, for joining us again today on Cat Chat, and come on back and visit us again here at HAWS.
Thank you.